One of the ways you can increase your driving range in an electric vehicle is to use regenerative braking. To illustrate, we'll use a Chevrolet Bolt EV and show the 4 different levels of regeneration on that particular EV. On the screen now is the Chevy Bolt EV's energy flow display. When accelerating, energy is shown flowing from the battery pack, the rectangular green and gray bars, to the electric motor and down to the front wheels. When you take your foot off the accelerator, the energy flow is reversed and is shown flowing from the front wheels back into the battery. This is called regenerative braking. The level of regeneration is controlled by selecting D or L on the shifter and adding the Regen on Demand paddle to each mode. The Regen on Demand paddle is located on the back side of the steering wheel at the 9 o'clock position. What's actually happening can be explained by understanding one thing. If you have an electric motor and unplug it from its energy source and crank it by hand, it becomes an electric generator. When you decelerate in an electric vehicle, you have effectively unplugged the electric motor, turning it into a generator. The forward inertia of the car causes the motor to rotate, generating electricity. The generator resists being rotated, causing the car to decelerate. With the shifter in the D position, we're going to accelerate to 40 miles per hour. When we decelerate, it coasts like any gasoline-powered car when you take your foot off the accelerator. This is the lowest level of regen and the least amount of deceleration. Notice the lightning bolt on the kilowatt meter change from yellow to green, signifying that energy is being generated instead of expended. The electricity generated peaked at 12 kilowatts and is stored back in the battery. We'll stay in D and accelerate to 40 miles per hour again. When we take our foot off the accelerator, we'll also squeeze the Regen on Demand paddle, much like squeezing a bicycle brake. The lightning bolt on the kilowatt meter changes from yellow to green. This time, the electricity generated peaked at 47 kilowatts, and the sensation felt like downshifting a manual transmission. The extra regen really slows the car down when the paddle is used, and you can see much more energy is generated. Next, we'll shift to L and accelerate to 40 miles per hour. When we take our foot off the accelerator, we will not use the paddle, and we'll see the electricity generated peak at only 40 kilowatts. Finally, we'll stay in L and add the Regen on Demand paddle for maximum energy generation. In fact, using Regen with the paddle allows the driver to experience one-pedal driving, never requiring the use of the brake pedal except in emergency situations. This time, energy generation peaked at 57 kilowatts, and the deceleration was even stronger. One added benefit is that by using Regen to decelerate, we don't wear down the brake rotors. We just generate electricity.